Welcome, this is Palace to the Core. I'm in a new environment, a new set. The microphone's being a bit weird, so hopefully that will sort itself out eventually. But this was a video that I actually recorded the other day before yesterday, and for some reason it disappeared. So I've got to re-record it. But at least I just record it in my new set, and hopefully I'm going to be adding some bits and pieces and different kind of lighting and stuff to improve the situation. However, a couple of things I wanted to touch on. First of all, it was an article that was obviously in the news a couple of days ago now that was talking about Tyrrick Mitchell and saying that maybe he should be dropped because his performances this season have not been 100%. You know, he has been beaten on a few occasions. He hasn't been up to the standard that we've expected from him the last couple of years. And there are certain people in the media, football media, saying, should Patrick Vieira drop him? Now, obviously, the match against Manchester United now isn't going ahead. So he's got time to do whatever he needs to get back to the level that he was at before. He was out with injury, and I think personally he's just perhaps not 100% fit. We saw with Eze at the end of last season when he came back from his Achilles problem. He wasn't the same player for that at the end of that season. He just wasn't. And beginning of this season, he's come out just like his old self again. So I think that he probably wasn't 100% fit either. And I think this is the issue with Tyrrick Mitchell. I don't think he's 100% fit. And so the problem with that is, do you play him because you know you've got something that's good, or do you not play him because you're worried about conceding a goal or something like that? I think that if he really isn't 100%, then maybe this time, obviously, he's going to have a week or so to recover now. So when we get back to the next game, he may well be better. He may well have become 100% again. But I think if there's any doubt on his fitness, I think that maybe somebody else should come in. I know a few people have bandied Teo about him coming in. Possibility, but he is still quite young, and I think that maybe he might be throwing him in at the deep end to put him in a Premiership game at the moment. I've seen him play with the first team, and he's been all right. He's done a good job, but I think maybe it might be a bit too much for him to throw him in at this particular time. So, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And also, while I'm here, I'm going to talk about the fact that the Premier League and a lot of the leagues have stopped games for this weekend because of what happened with the Queen, and obviously it's very sad that she's passed away. With obviously with the death of the Queen Elizabeth II, there is this period now of mourning, and a lot of the leagues have decided not to play games this weekend, which is understandable in some ways. But I would love to have your opinion on this. Do you think they should have cancelled the football this weekend, or do you think that they should be playing? Personally, I think they've probably done it because they know that half the ground are probably going to respect the minute silence or however long it is, and half the ground aren't, and it's just going to cause an issue. You're probably going to have arguments and fights and stuff like that because half the crowd are faithfully observing the silence and the other half aren't. There's going to be people there who are going to be cheering and shouting and just being idiots, which is what they are. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts on whether you think the game should have been postponed, or do you think the people should have, been able to attend the football and just given a minute's silence and respect in that way? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think I can. But if you haven't subscribed yet, do think about doing so because, hey, Crystal Palace news.